Off the Wall Productions is proud to present Voices of the Methow. This is a series of conversations with interesting folk in and around the valley.
Hi, I'm George Wooten in Twisp, Washington. Today is October 24th, 2017, and I'm going to talk to Cherob Opfer about her music. That's Cherob, C-H-E-R-O-B as in Baker, Opfer, O-P as in pretty, F as in fantastic, E-R. While Cherob's coming up the stairs, let's listen to this tune of hers from her My 2 Cents Plus 2 CD. It's called Beautiful Wonderful Day.
I'm just sitting here thinking about tomorrow, when I haven't even finished with today. And I'm just sitting here drowning in my sorrow, because of all the things that haven't gone my way. But that moon's hanging high in a big old sky, and so I thought that I would just drop on by and say thank you for this beautiful, wonderful day. I know you've got some big, big dreams, and they're taking their sweet time, it seems. But just hold on, child, wait and see what comes. Getting there is half the fun, and before you know it, your life is done. So just try to take one day at a time, and you'll be fine. You're gonna be just fine. Oh, you'll be just fine. I'm just sitting here wondering about the future, curious as to where my life will go. And I'm just sitting here wondering about who I am. When I'm gone, what will my life have to show? The time's flying by and you can't get it back. You better hold on tight, girl, and stay on track. 'Cause once it's gone, there ain't no second chance. So laugh a lot and let yourself cry, 'cause when you know dead men, well, they don't lie, they don't love, they don't smile or dream. Just laying and rotting a lonely grave, and as the years pass by, so their memories fade. So find out now what you're living for, 'cause there might be more. You know there might be more. Oh, there might be more. You're just sitting there asking me some questions, and it brings even more into your mind. You're just sitting there contemplating the universe. Well, if you searched, I wonder what it is you would find. I've got my God and I've got my call, but that sure don't mean I don't trip and fall. The thing is that He helps me up again. I want so much to make you see that God's still alive and He lives in me. If that's not true, then what am I living for? Loves you so and He knows your name, and life is more than a tragic game. knows how you feel. Ooh. And I'm just sitting here thinking about tomorrow, when I haven't even finished with the day.
So that song was Beautiful Wonderful Day, and it was. It's by Cherob Opfer, who is right here. Did I hear several people singing on that song?
Well, there's actually two. It was me and another gal back in Cedar Rapids. Her name is Jenny Rogers, and she did the background vocals and harmonizing, and she mixed the song actually for me. And she's an incredible musician as well.
Yes, and was that you on guitar?
Yeah, I had a friend play guitar, and then I had someone else playing bass. All from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Those Midwestern people. Yeah, yeah, they were. There were some friends that I knew back home, and we spent about a half a year recording this CD, and it was a good experience, a learning experience. It takes a lot to get a good recording, like hours in the studio, going through the song several times to get it just so, and even then sometimes it never sounds like you want it in your head, to sound like, but it's very fun. It's art. It's creating, and yeah, it's really a good experience.
The song has a very heartfelt feel to it. It's not overproduced, so it feels like you just picked up your guitar and started playing.
Thank you. That's what I hope. I like the organic, really raw, like you're sitting in the room with the person singing and just kind of hanging out, So thank you. That means a lot to me.
I just want to remind everyone that I'm George Wooten, speaking with Cherob Opfer about some of her songs on the My 2 Cents Plus 2 CD. Cherob was hanging her hat in the Methow Valley of Washington during this interview. She's known to ride her horse through town on occasion. Cherob, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Okay. Well, my name is Cherob Opfer. I am originally from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and I came to the Methow in April 2016. As many people who end up in the Methow, I moved out here because of love, and I really have an idea for a t-shirt. It's going to be called the Methow Valley, a great place to get dumped, and then somebody on the back with a big smiley face, horseback riding or skiing, because I've met so many people who move out to the Methow because of a significant other and then gotten dumped once they got out here, which is kind of funny, but that's how I got out here, and I've been here a year and a half, and I've tried to leave town 3 times, but my time must not be done, because every time I try to leave town, I get brought back, and it's a good place to be. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, and the people here are just really incredible and kind, and it's like a little oasis kind of set back in time with integrity and sophistication, but that easy, laid-back kind of country western style. It's a unique, beautiful area.
Yeah, we have both the crusty old-timers and the young up-and-comers in this valley. Can you tell us about your musical roots? What sort of genre would you put yourself in?
Oh gosh, that's hard. I would say more folksy, maybe kind of organic, bluegrassy. I grew up, my grandfather, could only play music by ear, and he played guitar, but he was most well known for playing electric organ. And he could take a song and hear it and then play it on the organ, to the point of being professional. He was often the entertainment for dinner restaurants that have live entertainment. And he would play his organ, and I guess maybe that was where I first got a passion for music. And when I was a child, I was very shy. And I remember my mother and my grandmother, if they would leave the house to go to the store and leave me home alone, I would love it, because I would sing at the top of my lungs, but I was so shy I didn't want to sing in front of anybody. Then I picked up guitar back when I was 24 years old and taught myself, and going through emotional times in life, one of my outlets was to play guitar, and I started to get words and melodies that would speak to my own heart for the hard time that I was going through, and found out that other people enjoyed it too, and started going to open mic places and bars that would open the mic up for karaoke, or just young musicians who wanted to get out there. And I guess that's how I got started with that.
To me, that last song had the quality of a children's lullaby almost, like floating on a cloud.
Okay.
Your song also has a bit of Western swing. Riding around on a horse and singing songs brings forth an iconic vision of the West. Could it be that these songs are about camping out under the stars, singing songs around a campfire?
Yeah.
I'm curious, how helpful were your friends in getting you to the point where your CD was finished?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just the encouragement that they gave to me to sit down and listen to the songs that I'd written and take that time, and also the ones who were musically talented offering their gifts, guitar or vocals or just being there. And I guess uh, there's people who tolerate you and there's people who celebrate you, and it's the ones that have celebrated me, and I don't want to say that in a prideful way, but just celebrated me as a person, as an individual, and valued me, that just really, it's given me the courage to step out, even though I may not be professional, but to step out with what I have and to offer it to those who want to listen, and finding that really that's what it's about, because there's so many people who have gifts and talents that never get a chance to share them with the world because they're not Beyonce or, they're not Elvis Presley, but they're just someone. But I think, we're here for a reason, and I think we each have gifts that we can impart, and I think those gifts are needed in order sometimes to activate other people in their gifting. So, I just have appreciated their support, their love, and their sharing of their gifts with me and allowing me to share my gifts with them.
It must have taken you a little longer to begin singing in public. I'll never forget the first time I heard you at an open mic at Mick and Mickey's Saloon in Twisp, Washington.
I think it was definitely a process, and I still get up on stage and have butterflies in my stomach, whether there's one person or whether there's 100. But it's definitely a stretching and going beyond a comfort zone and pushing yourself. And it's good. It's always good, I think, to allow yourself to be challenged. And I think part of it too is you will get people who look down on you or are critical of you. But you don't do it for anybody except for the pleasure and the joy of being able to share, I think. And I think the critics sometimes are our biggest inspiration, because when people challenge the things that make you come alive, it causes you to really think about why you're doing what you're doing. Are you doing it for the applause of men? Are you doing it just because it's something you love? And that's one thing is I could play alone in the woods with equal passion as I could in front of an audience. And that's what has helped me, is it doesn't matter who likes it or not. It's that I love it, and I love the way it makes me feel, and I love the aspect of myself that I've discovered through music.
So, what's the take-home message for other aspiring musicians?
I think that it can be really encouraging to have people who support you when you're stepping out in something like music for the first time and sharing in songs that you've written. It's really nice to have those positive people who don't judge you, who don't put you down, but who help cultivate that gift in you and encourage you and challenge you to get better. And that's been a huge blessing in my life, is having people who are surrounding me and loving me through, even when maybe the music doesn't sound that great, or having those people who step up and encourage, but also who step up and offer their knowledge to support me and help me to grow into a more of what I could be.
You've really made the grade. I think you're going to go somewhere with your music. I'm curious, what's next?
Yeah, sure. Well, I have actually been invited to go ride my horse in a documentary. It's called Mustangs on a Mission, and there's a gal who's been organizing it for the last 2 years, and it was right in alignment with what I wanted to do, is do a cross-country ride. And this gal, she's located now in Texas, and she's been planning this ride for 2 years. And so I contacted her, and after a couple of months, she invited me. There's going to be 4 women, and our horses, primarily Mustangs. Apache, my horse, is not a Mustang, but he it gets to go along anyways. And we're going to be filming a documentary. We'll start in Arizona, and the plan is to ride up to Canada. And it's kind of along the lines of Unbranded, which is another documentary that 5 fellows did with unbroken horse Mustangs, and then they trained them, and then they rode them from, I believe, Mexico to Canada. But ours is a little bit different in the sense that we're really focusing on how horses can be used to bring healing and kind of help us to grow and learn about ourselves and learn about our Creator and our relationship that we have with Him and how He works with us, though, because Mustangs are wild, you know, though they are feral, they're not a native horse, they're not a native species to the U.S., but they're horses that at one point were domesticated and were then somehow released into the wild, whether accidentally or purposefully, and they've bred for several decades. So they naturally are very wary of humans because predators, humans are looked at as predators. So taking this animal that naturally would not want to partner with a predator and working in a partnership with them, I'm hoping will be a really inspirational, encouraging opportunity.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to succeed if you're in it. Do you have any last words of wisdom for us?
I would say for everybody who is listening to this and has a heart to step out in their giftings and their talents is that you were made for a reason and a purpose, and you're extremely valuable. And I would just encourage you to develop that gift that you have, and just to know that you are so precious and so loved, and and to be encouraged. And if you're going through a hard time right now, remember that this too shall pass. And
Thanks. I'm definitely going to keep track of you.
We'll be on Facebook
We
and
are
doing
on
updates.
Facebook.
Yeah. And if you look up my name on Facebook is CHEROB, and my last name is OP, F as in Frank, ER. I'd love to be whoever wants to be my friend. Be my friend. The more the merrier.
Cherob, let's play another song from your My 2 Cents Plus 2 CD. This one's called Clay, as in lump of. See you on the dusty trail.
Thank you, George. I appreciate you having me here and doing this interview.
Clay, oh clay, I'm just a lump of clay, hidden by the water's edge, muddy and gray. Clay, oh clay, I'm just a lump of clay. Throw me in a bucket and take me away. Sitting on the potter's wheel, I wonder while I wait, curious about what my maker might create. He forms me and fashions me, and by a steady hand, and though I don't understand, I trust his perfect plan. Clay, oh clay, I'm just a jar of clay. With wisdom he shapes me, and I'm forever changed. Clay, oh clay, I'm just a jar of clay. Throw me in the fire and leave me for the day. When I was a young girl, I came to understand that if I followed Jesus, he'd always hold my hand. Now that I am growing, I know it to be true. And though I've had some hard times, he's always seen me through. Clay, oh clay, I'm just a jar of clay. Even though I'm broken, don't throw me away. Clay, oh clay, I'm just a jar of clay. He sets his light within me and puts me on display. Just a jar of clay. Even though I'm broken, don't throw me away. Clay, oh clay, I'm just a jar of clay. He He sets his light within me and puts me on display. He sets his light within me and puts me on display. He sets his light within me and puts me on display.
You've been listening to Voices of the Methow, an off-the-wall production. Until next time, thanks for listening.